Yesterday, Senator Lindsey Graham, he toured what is the worsening border conditions in the Yuma sector in Arizona, now where the Biden administration is trying to do damage control tonight because, get this, according to a report, border agents, they cleared out the only overflow facility in the Yuma sector ahead of Senator Graham's visit. So ask yourself, why was the facility all of a sudden cleared out? The answer should be obvious. It's called another Biden cover-up because they don't want you to see it, just like they didn't want cameras in the overcrowded cages in the middle of a pandemic that they built. And where did the illegal immigrants inside the facility go to? Did they get COVID tested? Did they get the vaccine mandate? Or were they dispersed to the rest of the country and released into the interior of the U.S.? Did they do anything? Did they impose any of the health mandates that they're imposing on you on them? Anyway, the Biden open borders agenda doesn't stop there, as failed DHS Secretary Mayorkas has ordered ICE to immediately stop any mass worksite deportation raid in the administration's latest efforts to gut and handcuff ICE. Here with reaction, Senator Lindsey Graham. How convenient that you're headed to give an honest report to the American people, the Yuma sector, and they cleaned everything out just before you got there. Sounds a lot like when you and Senator Cruz and others went to see the Biden cages in Texas.
Well, let me tell you what I saw. One, the Border Patrol would like me to come down every week because they finally get somebody to help them. The Border Patrol, the men and women of the Border Patrol are being asked to do the impossible. They're American patriots. They deserve all of our appreciation and thanks. But they've been abandoned by the Biden administration. There were 5,000 people in this facility made for 500 until I came. When I got there, there was still 1,000. So between October of 2020 and October of this year, 2021, in the Yuma sector alone, there's been a 1,300% increase in illegal crossings. In all of 2020, 8,000 people were apprehended in the Yuma sector. As of the week I went there, as of a couple of days ago, 114,000 people in the Yuma sector alone. What you see in Texas is moving to Arizona, my friend.
Let me ask you this, Senator. We're a nation of laws, or we're supposed to be. Our laws are all predicated on that great document known as our Constitution. Joe Biden is not only not enforcing the law, but he's aiding and abetting the law breaking by processing and not even requiring. They're requesting people to show up, not requiring. So my question is, does every other American get to pick and choose what laws they want to obey and not obey?
Well, if you really were serious about people coming into the country bringing COVID, you know, if you're going to travel from Germany to the United States, you have to be vaccinated and have a negative test. You had 114,000 people come in the Yuma sector alone since last October. Nobody's being tested. Nobody's been vaccinated. They don't have the capability to do that.
Isn't that preferential treatment for illegal immigrants?
You know, it's stupid. It's dangerous. What I saw that bothers me the most is another 9/11 in the making. There are 80 countries that they've picked people up from. There are 2 terrorists from Yemen they caught just a few weeks ago. How easy would it be for an al-Qaeda or ISIS cell to leave Afghanistan and come through the southern border to blend in with this group that Griff was talking about? The Border Patrol is doing the best they can, but they told me that the likelihood of a terrorist attack coming from our southern border grows by the day. And what you see in Texas is moving to Arizona. A 1,300% increase in illegal crossings in the Yuma sector in the last few months. Why? We changed the Remain in Mexico policy. Now, what Mayorkas did today, calling off all the raids of worksite, is going to be another incentive for people to come. Because the word is out, you come, you claim asylum, you never leave. The policy choices of Biden are all over the world now. We had 40,000 Brazilians come through the Yuma sector alone, headed for Connecticut, wearing designer clothes and Gucci bags. This is not economic migration anymore. People see an open America. They've taken advantage of us, and it won't be long before a terrorist gets in this crowd.
Unrelated question. So last week, for 2 months, the Republican Party was united in saying that they're not going to help the Democrats. They're not involved in the budget. You've been pushed away. That you're not going to help raise the debt ceiling. Then last Tuesday, 1 week ago today, Mitch McConnell folded. Your words. We folded. We caved. Why did 11 Republicans for 2 months tell the American people they were going to do one thing and do another? Why didn't they keep their word?
Well, we should have. We got ourselves in a box, but Mitch sent a letter to President Biden saying we'll never do this again. That's encouraging to me. They want to spend the money through reconciliation.
You've been telling us, why should we believe them this time? For 2 months, the whole Republican Party was saying we're united.
Yeah, I feel confident that we're not going to do this again. If we do this again, we're going to shoot ourselves in the head politically. The Democratic Party is ruining this country. They're putting our nation at risk. The Republican Party needs to stand strong. I went to the border, and Sarah went with me. What I saw broke my heart, and I've never been more worried about a terrorist attack than I am right now. The men and women of the Border Patrol have been abandoned by the Biden administration. I asked them, do you see a plan to change this? And they said no.
Do me a favor. You might want to ask Joe if you ever get to see him. Maybe go visit him in Delaware. And you might want to ask him what his plan is to rescue the Americans he abandoned behind enemy lines in Afghanistan, because he hasn't talked about them in 40 days.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.